The new Red Dead Online update for the month of March 2025 has brought about some really insane money bonuses and payout changes for you to enjoy. And so today on the show, we're going to be breaking down all the best ways for you to capitalize on these bonuses so that you can make tons of gold, money, and XP just by playing the game this month. These are some fantastic bonuses, not better than the ones we saw with triple gold and triple money on the bounty hunter missions last month, but just about the second best that you can get right here because the money and the ease of making this money is absolutely insane. So you can either just relax and play for your own enjoyment and still stack a bunch of currency, or if you're a hardcore player, take the more grindy approach just by being smart with running these missions and engaging with these activities. And overall, if you selectively pick and choose where to focus your efforts, you can make game-changing amounts of gold, money, and XP this month. So with that being said, let's get started. Let's just briefly go over all the bonuses we have, and then we'll jump into exactly how you can capitalize on them. So we have triple money and triple XP on the Moonshiner story missions, which we're going to talk about today, double money and double roll XP for the Moonshiner roll on the sale missions themselves, as well as triple XP on gang hideouts, triple money, triple gold, and triple XP on featured series. So if you don't have a business, definitely take advantage of that. And then also double XP for persistent posses. But as you can see right here, the Moonshine business is what we want to focus on right here. The next edit you guys are going to see, I'm actually going to be outside the shack, but we're just going to get this production started of strong Moonshine. We're going to make it. Takes 48 minutes to produce, as long as you have all the proper upgrades to ensure that. And we want to make that berry cobbler, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Well, first things first, we should probably head into the Moonshine shack and do the double money and double XP Moonshine sale mission. Of course, I'm going to walk you through just very briefly because we've done this before for different money guides and stuff like that, and so I figured this time around for this month, we do sort of like a live gameplay. First, what you want to do in order to get your business operating in the most efficient way possible is make sure to take advantage of the Moonshine store over at Maggie's desk and buy the different business upgrades like the condenser upgrade as well as your polished copper still. Make sure you do the story missions. We'll be jumping into that after this as well to showcase that money that you could be making on those. But just in general, when it comes to the business, make sure you have those upgrades. Make sure you do all the story missions as well. That way you can make sure that your Moonshine is producing at the optimal rate, which should only take 48 minutes for the strong Moonshine. Of course, as you can see, we have Berry Cobbler Moonshine ready to go. That is the recipe that you want to focus on. You do not want to focus on anything else just because Berry Cobbler basically virtually always has a buyer. The only way you're going to miss out on it sometimes is if you come to the end of like the sales cycle and you don't have a buyer, for example, and then it could change and then you miss out. But most of the time, whenever your Moonshine is ready, you just head back to the shack. That Moonshine is going to be available for you to sell. Now, we could sell this for a ton of money this week or just this month, $453.75 instead of the usual $226. And what is it? I guess 75 cents as well, or whatever it is, $226, etc. But you're making a ton of money. So let's start the sale mission, sell it up. You always want to sell to a certified buyer who's looking to buy that certain Moonshine recipe. And that's why I recommend Berry Cobbler, because in the past it used to be Appleberry Crumb. Now it's Berry Cobbler, and it just takes different things like blackberries, peaches, and canned peaches, I believe, or something like that. I'll have to check the recipe again. It's been so long since I actually looked, but nonetheless, Berry Cobbler, $453.75. And you just get done with the sell mission, nice and easy. Call it you do 4 of these in a single gameplay session of 4 hours. Well, that's $1,816, or actually over that, just for about 15 minutes spent selling Moonshine. Of course, I think optimally you want to have your shack in LeGras. You can also put it in Tall Trees. That's probably the second best shack location, but I like LeGras because the deliveries are faster most of the time, and also you're just closer to the LeGras fast travel post. You're closer to Harriet's, all of that type of stuff. There's a lot of good, gators that you could farm down here for the minty big game that you want to make or cook and season and stuff like that. So basically, we're just going to go through this delivery. There's really not much to showcase on the way besides the revenue agent roadblock, which is usually featured here at the intersection. That lightning strike actually almost destroyed our wagon. Imagine if that happened for the first time ever. I still have never had my wagon struck by lightning. I've had my own character struck by lightning a bunch. I've never had that happen. We're actually going to go through. You can choose to fight these guys if you want. We're just going to go right through. I'm just going to take some minty big game and just keep on going because, oh, I actually went the wrong way. We're going to need to pass through town. Either way, what you could do is fight these guys. You can choose to not. I usually engage and then I take the Moonshine in the back of one of those wagons because there is some spare stuff you could use. But ultimately, I'm just trying to showcase you the process of selling for the actual video itself. And another tip, say if you don't like actual Oh, of course, our wheels are dented too, so we need to watch. So if your wheel or your wagon wheel gets dented like mine, you're gonna unfortunately need to go slow because you could start to damage the product in the back, and you don't want to go too fast when your wagon's bouncing all over the place because you will lose a moonshine bottle. So that's an epic fail for this mission. We're fine for right now. I just need to literally go at this pace all the way through town and to the delivery. So just real quick before we speed ahead. Again, Berry Cobbler Moonshine, and if you don't want enemies pursuing you while you're actually delivering, say if you blast through the roadblock, you could just hog tie one of them and put them on the back of your horse and make your horse follow you. That way they won't despawn and the game won't spawn any more enemies for you. All right, here we are coming up on the end of the delivery. It's just so unfortunate that my wagon wheel was like busted this whole time, so it took me like 5 minutes to sell that, or however long, I don't even know. Usually that doesn't happen. It is just very frustrating when your wagon wheel gets destroyed. But let's check out this final payout that we could see. 847 XP, $453.75, and we are good to go right there. Now let's check out those Moonshine story missions now. All right, so jumping into those story missions, to access them, if you want to replay them, for example, or even just to play them in the first place if you're going through the storyline for the first time, you can go to the pause menu, go to progress, go to story missions, find a life of shine, and you can begin these. Now going through, you can do them on 3 different difficulties: standard, hard, and ruthless. Standard gives you 2 extra lives, hard mode gives you 1, ruthless just gives you the 1 single life, and that's it. You can't respawn and have an extra life like on hard mode, or respawn twice and have an extra life like on standard. I would recommend you play on ruthless for the maximum amount of gold, money, and XP that you can get, or specifically the money is affected by the difficulty, but that is of course going to increase the difficulty, which makes it harder. But what we are going to do is play through the blood is thicker than shine mission. I don't want to give you guys spoilers to these other ones if you have not played through them, but they are really, really fun, especially come hell and high water. But nonetheless, we're going to go through blood is thicker than shine with triple money and triple XP, especially when you spend 12 minutes on it. For the optimal amount of gold, money, and XP earned for the mission, you can expect about $100 to $110. You'll see at the end of this gameplay I kind of messed up, or the mission messed up, and that caused me to mess up because I didn't realize that the payout interval or the timer for the mission when I restarted from checkpoint would actually reset. So if you do end up dying on this mission, for example, or it somehow fails, make sure you just restart the mission. Don't retry from checkpoint. If you do retry from checkpoint, you have to reset your own mission timer that you're timing for that 12 minutes, because there's no timer on screen. And so that kind of messed up during this gameplay, which you'll see. But nonetheless, let's jump in. So here we are jumping into the mission. Like I said, with that triple money, triple XP, we can expect about $100 to $110, I believe, for completing this on ruthless difficulty, which is very solid as long as you spend the 12 minutes on it. So now that I've started the mission, your mission timer can begin. And so I'm going to put that 12-minute timer on just so we can keep ourselves on pace. That being said, I'm running with a couple of other good things here. We are, of course, using some good ability cards like Painted Black, Eye for an Eye, Strange Medicine, and Cold Blooded for maximum health regeneration. I got the Lancaster repeater, pump action, shotgun, 2 Navy revolvers. Let's go to this camp and just absolutely decimate everyone who's camped out here, because we need to find a note so we could find a Lem to actually begin this quest line. And again, you can go in stealthy or guns blazing, but you guys know me. I love action. I love a good gunfight in both Red Dead Online on GTA. Now, the interesting thing here is I have not been grinding this game recently. Now I finally have my main gear PC back, and it seems to be running pretty well. I think I was able to finally take care of the screen tearing issue, whatever was going on. But basically every single major hardware component in the PC got replaced. And so my aim is way off because I have not been playing this game over the past, I guess honestly, since Thanksgiving call it, I really have not. I mean, I've played Red Dead Online, I've been keeping up with my daily challenge streaks and things like that, but I have not been grinding gold, grinding money. I completely missed out on the February event for the triple gold and triple money legendary bounties. That would have gotten me to the $1 million mark. I'm almost there. We would have hit the million if I grinded this game as much as I did GTA in the month of February. But honestly, it is what it is. We can loot the officer, take this note. Now we can go find Lem. And now it'll say go to the transfer location. If we look at the mini map, you can actually see it. It's just all the way over here over at Rig Station. And now on the way, you may encounter some pursuers, some reinforcements, things like that. They are going to chase you and shoot you. So remember, on ruthless difficulty, especially if you're playing in free aim, make sure you prioritize shooting these guys, because the distance is kind of far, so you probably don't want to just run there. Somehow, oh, I was going to say, if I didn't get bucked off my horse there, that would have been absolutely crazy. I'm about to die, so let's take that tonic up, get back on our horse, and, I mean, you get the picture. You're going to have some reinforcements, you got to shoot them. I kind of just want to showcase to you the time on the mission, what the general mission's like, and the payout at the end. So, let's just speed this part up. Alright, here we are at Rig Station. This is going to be the next part of the mission where Lem is going to show up in his jail wagon. We need to break him free, and there's going to be a bunch of enemies we got to shoot. Once we do that, we just got to run away with Lem back to our Moonshine shack, and the mission is pretty much over from there. Now, when you start, I like to kill the enemies up on this little like hill right here, but it's kind of inconsequential to the mission. You could park up wherever you want. I would just say call your horse just to make sure you have it, because I don't know if it's on standard difficulty or on ruthless, but there's a glitch with some of the enemy spawns where they will approach you, and one of these guys, if you don't kill him fast enough, he'll like escape into the woods and run really far away. And so in order to track him down, you got to run all the way past him, and like that can just obviously waste time on the mission, and it's like a little bit annoying too to be dealing with. So you could see these prison guards, you know, it's funny, on ruthless difficulty they shouldn't be showing up on the map, and that's why, like, you know, okay, these guys, I guess now, see, he's kind of staying stationary, so now we can just head back to the wagon. So maybe it is on standard difficulty, but I know sometimes these guys will just like vanish up into the woods, and then you don't get this prompt where it says break the lock on the wagon, so you can't, you basically get soft locked, and what you need to do is kill yourself, kill your character to continue to progress the mission, because when you respawn it'll be fine. But like in the case of ruthless difficulty, you only have one life, right? If you die, the mission fails, and you can either restart or retry from checkpoint. And so obviously you don't want to be dealing with that all the time, because then you'd actually have to restart. I mean, you could retry at checkpoint, but just remember the mission timer's always counting down, so something you got to keep in mind. I can't actually shoot that guy, but I could shoot everyone else. I think, honestly, while these guys start to assault this area, I'm going to get into position over at the actual rigs station itself. Oh, wow, I don't have any tonics equipped right now. Hold on. It's a good thing I'm in cover right here. Let's take some minty big game. And it's time for these to get a piece of this pump action shotgun, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is absolutely devastating at those close ranges. He's already pretty injured, and now he just got executed. Again, on ruthless difficulty, these guys will be doing a ton of damage, so just keep moving, or keep your distance, or play super aggressive and up close and personal like I do, just because it's fun. But if you're having trouble doing it on ruthless difficulty, don't feel bad about needing to turn down the difficulty, or just give it some practice. I believe you're more than capable in doing it. I don't know what happened to all my repeater ammo too. I swear I went back to my camp to get more, and so I should have had 200, but maybe I just didn't actually have enough ammo purchased, and that's why I actually didn't get any more ammo, because we started this with 120 rounds, so I was like, oh, like, that's unfortunate. We have, I don't know how many waves of reinforcements there are, though. I know there's, like, not too many. I think there's probably, like, 3 in total. Oh, this is crazy. Hold on. Can I chuck some dynamite at them? I feel bad for chucking it at the horses, but... in fact, actually, all I did was chuck it at the horses. I didn't kill a single actual NPC. Oh, I feel so bad. Look at the damage you can absorb, though, with these ability cards. I mean, obviously, you could just take cover, but if you are out and about, running these ability cards is just so perfect for completing this content. And honestly, that's why you see sometimes in my gameplays I'm just constantly looting bodies, because while you're in the middle of shooting all these guys, might as well just loot them up too. Oh my god, the amount of blood on that guy, that was crazy. We just hit level 700 to, okay, reach level 700 for this video. You guys need to drop a like on it. Finally, man. I wonder what, again, if I was like playing November, December, January, and February, I wonder what level I would be at this point. Maybe like 730, 735, but you have to drop a like on the video for me hitting level 700. Finally, we are in the home stretch of the last 300 levels, which is going to take forever. I'm definitely not going to hit level 1000 in this game. I certainly won't hit it before GTA 6. I don't think I'll hit it at all, to be honest, but we'll get close. Realistically, my final goal with this game, now that I have a working PC, working gaming PC again, is just to have $1 million. I want $1 million in cash. At this point, I've earned over $1 million, but I want to make sure that I have like 1 million in liquidity, like, right, or just ready to go cash, ready to be spent. We have one more revenue agent up here. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, so let's just take him out. And there we go. Now we can go to Lem. The mission's basically over, but I'm looking at my mission timer. We have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. So I, of course, don't want to finish this mission until that point. So we'll just get on the back of the horse, get ready, but I'm just going to wait 3 minutes, and then we'll run away. You can run actually pretty far. When you're doing this mission variant at Rig Station, you actually have to run to just about here, and then the cutscene will play. You don't have to run all the way back to your shack, but they make you run about this far away if the mission takes place over here. So I'll make my way over there, but I want to wait until that 12-minute mark so we can ensure triple money and triple XP is earned at the optimal rate here. Okay, I guess Lem just needs to finish talking. I've never tested this myself, but I guess as soon as you get on the horse, when Lem stops talking at that point, after he gets on the horse, the cutscene will play. So I just finished this mission, I guess a minute early. We're not going to get paid for the 12 minutes. We're going to get paid for 11 minutes on the mission, hopefully, instead of 10, because it was like 1 minute and 6 seconds on my timer left. So 10 minutes is still good for money, but we're not going to get the 32 gold nuggets. We're going to get that 24 gold nugget payout interval. But I hope this doesn't negatively affect the cash too much, because hopefully we could still earn over $100. But I'm not sure if we're going to do that if we got paid for 11, especially $10. I'm hoping it's not going to be too much of a problem, but that was extremely unfortunate because I was like just watching back some footage and then I saw this cutscene start to play. So if you are doing the first mission and you have a little bit of time until the 12-minute mark that you get paid at, don't get on your horse just yet. I wouldn't even tell them to get out of the jail wagon just yet. I would just make sure that you wait until that timer goes off, then do it to ensure you get that 12 minutes. But here we are, 960 XP, $64.33. So as you can see, we went actually way less than expected. That should have been way more, but that's because I restarted the checkpoint because we died, of course, and also just for the fact that I didn't actually spend even the 10, 11, or 12 minutes on it because I actually died, and you guys are gonna see in the edit, I made a cut. We died like halfway through, or no, I didn't die, sorry. Lem died during that reinforcements period where he was supposed to roll up with the jail wagon. The enemies, somehow they shot and killed him. Meanwhile, he was in the jail wagon. It was like right after I engaged with them. So even though I restarted from checkpoint right there, I guess it still counted that I retried the mission. So the mission timer reset. So realistically, we only spent like, I guess 6 minutes on that mission or something. But 6 minutes, technically 6 minute payout time interval for that amount is not too bad. But of course, if you are doing this for the triple money and triple XP, make sure you spend at least 10 minutes on it for the cash or 12 minutes for that 32 gold nugget payout interval. Nonetheless, thank you guys so much for watching. These are definitely the bonuses you want to take advantage of. Go through the story missions anyway because they're fun, and then just farm that berry cobbler moonshine for that double money and double moonshiner roll XP throughout the course of this month. But don't forget about the triple XP gang hideouts, triple money golden XP on the featured series. That's going to be pretty good, as well as double money on, double XP for persistent posses. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one.